Okay, fellas, today I'm going to teach you how to create atmospheric fog and light rays. I had a lot of people asking me, how do you do it? And it's somewhat hard to explain, so I thought I'd make a tutorial to show you folks how I create fog, atmospheric fog, light rays, and so forth. This is one of my methods that I use. There are others that you can use, but let's go ahead and start with something simple. First, you want to create a new document. Any size mat, doesn't really matter. You're going to be creating a brush, so that's going to be able to produce the fog effect. This is 640 by 480, 300 resolution. Okay, so got my blank document, and what you want to do is create a layer, a blank layer like you see in layer 1. Next, want to go to render, select clouds. This will give you your start to your fog brush, and what you want to do, go ahead now, is get your eraser tool and start erasing the edges with a soft brush. And you want to make sure that you have all your edges completely white and gone. Otherwise you'll get a square shape around your brush. Let's go ahead and start making sure that is gone. There should be no reasons why it will be appearing. Next, let's go ahead and make the brush a little bit bigger. Start reducing the opacity and just kind of start erasing a certain pattern, whatever you like. I continue to change my opacity. And you still want to make sure that you get the edges really good, because you may not see it on this background because it's white, but it will show up as a line if it's not completely gone. So this should do the trick. Now what I'm going to do is go ahead and I have a Mac, so it's Control L, brings up my levels. Grab your midtone and adjust it to the left. It's going to lighten it up a little bit. Go this way, it's going to darken it up. For this, we're going to lighten it up. Grab our highlights, lighten that up a little bit more, and we can get our dark color and just bump it a tad bit so you can see some detail. Okay, click OK. Now what you want to do is flatten the layer. Now we're going to go ahead and go to Edit, Define Brush Preset, and I'm going to call this Fog 1 brush. As you can see, I actually have created a brush that will create fog now. Just for demonstrations, I'll create another layer, fill it with black, select white. By hitting B, you get your brush. I'm going to select the brush we just made, and there you have it. Okay, if you change your opacity, you know, down, will help you to layer your fog, as you can see. Okay, well, we're not done yet. What I'm going to do is throw that to the trash. Excuse me. Create a new layer, fill it with white, flatten the image. Now we're going to select the black, and we're going to use that same fog brush that we just created to create a new brush that will help do what I like to do, a more scattered fog. The first brush we made is going to be for more dense, which you can use these and layer them to create a thicker, dense fog, or what you want. So here it goes. Here is the brush. I'm going to go ahead and raise the size a little bit here. We'll start off with 30% opacity. Just kind of play with it. Change your brush sizes. Maybe want something up here. Okay, you can change your flow a little bit as well, so it's not as heavy. Just kind of start playing. Create a pattern you like. You just don't want to move your brush too much. Get it bigger. Start different spots. Okay. Now we have another brush to create. And what I'm going to do this time, I'm going to select my eraser tool with the same brush that we just created. Okay, now I'm going to start taking some of that out. The reason I use the same brush is it's going to give you a more feel, more depth to the fog that you will create. Okay, now we have here is another brush, and we're going to go ahead and edit, define brush preset. We're going to call this Fog 2. Now we have basically a different brush. Now this time when you create a layer, select the black, hit the brush. Okay, the brush has changed. Select the white and look at the difference. You can't see that right now, but as I start to hit it more in different places, okay, you can start to see where it builds up. It's a lot lighter of a fog. This will create more of an atmospheric fog. Got it? Let's go ahead and delete that layer. And that is part 1 of the video.